What's up, guys? Back with another video, and it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired, but it's my only night that I can actually stay up late to do stuff. So got here at like 3. I've kind of just been sitting around and looking at the car, trying to assess things, and I got a couple things figured out. I'm kind of stuck on something. Kind of figured out how the wiring harness is gonna go. That's ECU, so that's gonna go over there. I kind of know where all this stuff is gonna go. I know that goes down, so I'm kind of figuring it out. The whole wiring this myself. Would like to get help on this, but like I said, if weeks go by and it's just gonna sit, then I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna figure it out. But that's not the point. The thing is, what I'm trying to do, it's kind of frustrating me. These dang brake lines. And that's good. It's mostly just these two. These two, and then I have the third. It's somewhere. Oh, right here, right in front of me. That one goes right into there, the driver's side. I know it's only 3 holes. I just don't know which hole each line goes into. I thought it was pretty straightforward because this line bends in a way that it could go right there, but it's binding up so bad. So that's probably not right. So I thought maybe it's this one. This one I think definitely goes into here, because like it lines up almost perfectly. It's not really binding up, but if you see this one is really binding up. So it either got bent really bad or something. And then this one, I'll have to ask Brian which one this goes into. Oh no, that's backwards. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure it out. I've been looking at forums. I've been trying to look up YouTube videos. All I'm looking for is a simple order for all these lines, and all the YouTube videos I'm kind of looking at, they kind of skip over where they plug into and just kind of showing them plug it into the master cylinder. A little frustrating because I'm looking just for a simple diagram and I can't find it. So that's a question I'm going to have to ask. I've been trying to, I looked in all the 240s, well, the 2 with no hoods, and they don't have their brake stuff hooked up at all, not even the master cylinder, so, or the brake booster. So I think I'm like the only car here, besides I guess there's 2 out there that have their brake stuff, but they got hoods, and I'm not gonna fuck with their shit because that's not something that I would want, so I'm not gonna do it. Besides the point. So I'm gonna do one of 2 things. Figure it out by just asking someone I know that knows which way the lines go into, and just bend that one a little bit, or add an extra step. Get the Chase Bays kit. It's GK Tech, Chase Bays, and Suspicious Garage. It's all the same stuff, just like maybe different prices. They have the lines that go straight down, and then you can like run into the firewall, or you can go underneath. I know there's ways to do it. Probably easier to do with the engine out, but screw it. We don't need to do that. The engine's already in. Either way, if I get the Chase Bays lines, I'm still gonna need to figure out where they connect. So I'll figure it out. That was just kind of frustrating me because I thought I had 2 of the lines already connected, and that third one but no, I forgot I swapped out the master cylinder, and that means I disconnected all the lines, and I don't remember which order they go back into now. Whatever, it happens. Document everything when you take apart an engine, because you will get very confused and lost unless you're like someone who's done it a million times and There's people that have. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not about to call someone and ask. What I might do, I'll figure it out. What I might do is I might just take the intake off and try to get all the vacuum stuff off. And if I can't get the intake back on tonight, I'll just take the painter's tape and tape off all the holes so it stays clean. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can do that real quick. Okay, a little bit of progress. So I got the injector connectors undone. I got this undone. I'm gonna try to leave the wiring here as much as I can at least, and see if I can just pull the intake, just the top part of the intake. I'm not gonna pull the whole thing because I don't need to. And I think I can just pull it with the injectors in. Might pull them out just to be safe. If I do break these, it doesn't really matter because I have replacements. Definitely trial and error with me because I don't really have a whole lot of experience working on these engines. But yeah, so it took me a minute to figure out how to disconnect these, but then I saw there's this thing you just press on this and you'll hear it make a little click sound and it pulls right out. I managed to get these first 2 out with just my fingers, but the last 2 were fighting me a little bit. So you can use this and just grab at the bottom and top of it, and don't pull with it, but you press down and you'll hear it kind of make the pop sound. And then I grabbed it with my other hand and pulled it, and very easy. I should probably put my e-brake up because I keep on rolling the car. I mean, it's not gonna go far if it does start to roll. There's a pole, but yeah. Okay, so I got this removed, not removed, but loose. All of these top ones, and like I said, I'm not trying to remove the fuel rail separately. I'm hoping I can just remove it all together. We'll see as we go. Now, let me get a flashlight real quick. Sure, you see that one on the bottom, right where my light is flashing, right there. It's like right in the center, way back there. That one is gonna be a pain to get. I couldn't get it with this. Best way I found out was to just get a 12 mil open-ended, put it through here, put it on, and just very slowly flipping it and twisting it. And all you have to do, at least with mine, is I just gave it like 3 little micro turns. Got a 12 mil, stuck my hand in there, put it on, and once you put it on, you can just loosen it the rest of the way. I don't have a light on it, but it's on there. So it's a little tip for y'all to get the upper intake off. All you gotta do, this, break it loose. I mean, if you have tiny hands like me, it's gonna be way easier. And then just slide this on after you break it loose a little bit. So I got one here, one in the middle, I believe one here, and I believe that should take off the upper intake. I don't see, okay, no, there's one back here, and I think there's another one. We'll see. I might have to take the fuel rail off, trying to avoid it, but I might have to access some bolts up here. We'll see. Alright, so another update. It's been a couple hours actually. It's daylight. About 7 o'clock probably. Absolutely filthy right now. So I got most of the hardware out. I still have one down there that I have to get to. And then there's one a little lower. But the 2 long ones one on that side, one on that side, I got out. The middle one, I'm having a little trouble with. And I could probably get to it if this wasn't in the way, but this is in the way. So I figure I'm changing the injectors already. I might as well pull the fuel rail out, take the injectors out real quick. Problem I'm running into is I don't think these have ever been changed, because I'm trying to unscrew this and can't really tell on camera, but it's pretty messed up. I put some penetrating oil on it and still it's not budging. I'm just stripping it. So I don't really want to do this, but I think in order to take these caps off for the injectors, I'm gonna have to drill right through the screws and then get new caps. I just don't want to mess the threads up. I'm not sure what to do. I'm kind of at a standstill. I know I don't need to take the injectors out, but I'd like to take the injectors out because they gotta come out anyways. So I'm gonna try to maybe get like a vise on it and try to spin it like that. See if I can do that. If it bites, it might. It might not. I'm not sure. If I can't get the injectors out, I might just take the whole fuel rail out with the injectors still in. If that is something you can do, I will find out. Like I said, I'm doing trial by fire here because I haven't really worked on this stuff by myself. And this is really in the way to get the bolt out, so yeah, it's a little stressful because these things are like basically welded together. It's not even budging a bit, so kind of sucks, but maybe I'll be able to get it off. We'll see. Okay, another update. It's like, oh god, I think it's almost 10 o'clock. Lots happened. I ran into a hiccup, and I'm a little mad. So I'll show you real quick. I got the fuel rail off because I just decided to take the fuel rail off, though the injectors in said fuel rail do not want to come off because these these freaking covers. I drilled a hole in that one and it actually got the other one, it got it out. This one I drilled a hole in, it does not want to come out. I don't know how I'm gonna get them out. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, though. I have bigger issues. Yeah, I've gotten all of the hardware out. But why isn't it out, you say? Well, I have one more I need to get. Let me show you. You see that? It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, it's got an open end on it. That one does not want to come out. And I can't do it from this side. I can't do it from here and twist. I gotta go from this side, which means I gotta stick my hand in here, which it will fit in here, or I gotta go from this side, which, painful as it is, it will fit. And that sucker does not want to budge. I've been working on that one for like an hour and a half alone, just that one, and it refuses. So I am either going to get it out as intended, or I'm going to light the car on fire. One of those two are going to end up happening. I'm hoping it's the first one, but there's a torch over there and it's looking really nice right now. So yeah, that's always fun. This is partially my fault for not taking the time out of my day to do this when it was outside of the car, because it would probably be way easier to do outside the car. I was busy. I was waiting for some help, and help never came. So now I'm doing it in the car, and I am regretting it. I should have done this outside the car, because I will more than likely have to pull the whole intake off. I was just trying to pull the top section off, because that's all that needs to come off at the end of the day. And now I'm probably going to have to pull the whole thing, which means this bottom, probably like 4 bolts on the bottom, those are really hard to get when the engine's in the car. Most people don't pull it off. Most people just pull the top intake off, and that solves most of their issues. Unless you have a leak on the bottom section, there's really no reason to pull it off. Unless you're me, and you have a bolt that won't come off, and you can't... I don't want to blame it on my 12-year-old girl strength, but I want to blame it on the fact that I can't fit my hands inside that intake comfortably enough to break it free. I'm going to try for another hour or two, and then the car is going to be set on fire if I can't. In all seriousness, it does piss me off, because it is such a small thing. It is the smallest thing. I have gotten every single bolt that needs to come off to take that upper intake off, except one. So it's really, it sucks, because that's it. That's all that needs to come off. So it's like 10 o'clock though. Hungry. I want to shower. I do have work tomorrow, so I don't want to waste my entire day here. Though I want to drive this freaking car though, you know? It's been sitting for 3 years. Anyone would want to drive that project car that's been sitting for 3 years, so. I want to sell the freaking KA now. I know it's such a stupid reason to want to sell the KA, but I could. I got a turbo manifold, injectors, I got a whole bunch of goodies for it. You know, I can get that tuned ECU that I was going to buy. Say it made 300 horsepower, throw it up on Facebook Marketplace. Probably will. Probably won't. I'm not going to lie. It definitely won't. Make 250 at most. But hey, you know, you can think it made 300 horsepower, and that's close enough for most people, you know? It's all about believing. So, I want to restart. I want to not restart. I mean, I do want to restart. I kind of want to get a whole nother project and just start from, you know, level 1 and do it properly, but that'd be really dumb. But I do want to put the original motor that I wanted to put in this thing. I wasn't ever planning on throwing a K in this thing as like this is the god motor that's gonna power this great machine that will absolutely shred at drift events. The KA was just available and ready, technically better than the CA, so I got it, and it has done me wrong, so I don't want it anymore. I kind of wanted, like I said, the swap that I originally had planned for this car was honestly a 5.3 with a like CD09, and that was it. That was the purpose for getting this car. Never said this before. This is like the first time I'm actually saying it. There's a reason why I went ahead and bought an S14 subframe. There's a reason why I went ahead and bought all of that stuff to brace and reinforce the rear end to be able to handle a lot of stuff. And then I gave up very quickly and realized I'm just going to throw a 4-banger in it, because the CA was available on Marketplace, and I was like, oh, it'll be a quick and easy swap. 2 years later, still not in. No, that'd be too easy. So I would need to upgrade my differential. Technically I could still run the S13 diff, but it wouldn't be smart. My hands are a little shaky. I've been inside this car. I have folded like origami inside this engine bay, trying to get that bolt out, and it does not want to come out. So my hands are a little shaky, my feet are shaky. I've been stressing my muscles out, so if my camera's shaky, that's why. That's besides the point. I want to put a fucking V8 in this fucking car, but I want to build it outside of the car like you're supposed to, you know? Because, you know, I'm a goddamn American. I should be able to put a V8 in this thing, and no one cares. And no one in my drift crew likes V8s. Well, they don't like LSs. They think they're too easy. They're like, oh, if you put a 302 in it, That's fine. Do that. I don't want a 302. They sound amazing, and I've had a Fox body, but I want an LS. An LS has higher potential for power. It's just easier. They sell the swap kits. Are they expensive? Yes. Like a V2 swap kit, you know, would probably be what I'd want to get. But it makes sense. It just makes sense, you know? And those damn Chevy V8s are reliable as hell. So, like, why wouldn't I? But I got the KA. I don't need the KA. I can sell it. But that means the car is going to be without an engine again. And I have not seen an engine in this car in, well, since I bought it. Almost 4 years ago now. Lord, it's been a long time. But this freaking engine is fighting me. I'll fix it. I'll figure it out. You better freaking work for me or I will sell you. I will get rid of you. You fight me. It is a belief in our group that 240s have personalities, and they will accept graciously specific engines, but some engines they don't like. A good example, Brian's car. This car has been in the group the longest. Had it for years. It absolutely will spit out a KA. No KA. It does not like KAs. Naturally aspirated, turbo, doesn't matter. It does not like KAs. You know what the car does like? It likes SRs. It will still chew through an SR, but that is not the fault of the car. That is the driver's fault. Sorry, Brian. I had to say it. But this car loves SRs. Absolutely. You throw it, but if I took my KA, perfectly running and driving, and threw it in this car, it would explode immediately. Now, I don't know what this car likes. I don't know. I had a single cam. It seemed to like it. You know? I don't even think it was running on all 4 cylinders. I think it was running on like 1.5 cylinders. But, it seemed to like it. So maybe it likes KAs. You know, I'm just stupid. I don't know how to work on cars that well. And I just get pissed off really easily. Like, I just get frustrated, you know. I'm working on these cars and they don't like to work. I mean, that's the embodiment of having a project car. I'll get this damn intake off and hopefully put it back on, you know, in one piece. I hopefully will remember where all these bolts go. I took a video of like where they all should line up and go. I just hope no one, if I have to leave this overnight, I just hope no one touches this. I'll get a little recording of it right now so I can look back. Yeah. Probably forgot where that one went. That's fine. Whatever. You know, you put an engine together with half the hardware and there's still bolts listening. That means you did it better than the manufacturer at the end of the day, you know. So, I'm just ranting because I don't want to go back to working on the car. So I'm trying to procrastinate, but I know I will have to. I'll work on it for another hour, and if I can't get that bolt out, I'm leaving. At least for a little bit, because I gotta eat some food, I gotta take a shower, and then I'll get dirty again. Yeah. I don't know if this is the end of the video. It might be. I might just make another one, part 2. Part 2 of trying to take one bolt off of a KA. Yeah. Or maybe part 2 is me throwing a 5.3 in it. I have no idea. If I could get a cheap 5.3, I would totally throw it in here. But, like, I would do it properly. Like, a big problem I had, like, and this is what I'm saying, when you have a project car, you really want to make sure you got, I would say, everything. I mean, some people can run with 90%. I can't. I need everything. I'm not one of those people. If I get a 5.3 or something, I ain't gonna get it already messed with. I'm gonna stock motor because I want that hardware. Because holy crap, I've probably spent over $200 on hardware for my car. It didn't even fit because I'm just that dumb. It amazes me sometimes. So, factory engine and factory hardware, and then I can finagle the rest. But like, if I put another engine in this car, I'm making sure I have literally everything, even the small things that don't matter. Like, everything. Full swap shit, drive shaft, whatever I need to do to make the headers clear the steering rack, all of that. I mean, the beauty of a KA is you don't need to do any of that because it's a factory engine, but fuck this engine. God, it's pissing me off. Everyone else in my car group, they throw an engine in and it works right away. They're not even tearing it apart afterwards. They're just throwing it in and it's running within like a couple hours, maybe a day. But all right, I'm gonna get working on it for a little longer. I'll just end the video here, and I'll make another one if I come back. But yeah, till next time. Holy fuck! I actually broke it loose.